Welcome to EPG Pathshala. Myself is Chandrasekhar Barua, Assistant Professor working in Indian Institute of Tourism and Travel Management, Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh. Today's our topic is guiding at an archaeological site. Contents which will cover introduction, archaeology museum, tour guiding at archaeological sites, facilities at site, Archaeological Survey of India, tour guiding at archaeological site, World Heritage Sites, major heritage sites in India, a day at Gwalior Fort, summary, keywords, questions, references. Now, introduction. You must encourage tourists to realism the importance of archaeological site. You must be cautious about the fragile nature of the site while visiting there. Keep in mind that it is the evidence of our golden past. Archaeology is a branch of academic study in which we study human history and prehistory through excavated things. It tells us about ancient and recent human past through excavated items. For example, things excavated from Harappa regions tells us about the past human civilization in the area. Archaeological tourism. Archaeotourism is tourism in which we may develop a kind of cultural tourism which helps to preserve archaeological places and promote public interest in archaeological sites. It has immense scope in India. There are many archaeological heritage sites in the country. Tour guiding at archaeological sites. Archaeological sites which are almost at each major cities of India, which are taken care, maintained by the organization named as ASI, stand for Archaeological Survey of India, under the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. In India, for tour guides, archaeological sites, heritage sites are the prime focus areas for tour guiding, and a detailed knowledge which includes dates, architecture and constructed by are the major information which are normally shared by the guide. If we again talk to Indian reference, archaeological heritage sites are categorized into three divisions. One, the category A, World Heritage Sites. Now, category 2 is National Heritage Sites. Category C is State Archaeological Sites. As per the geography of Indian map, Indian archaeological heritage sites are categorized into majorly 5 divisions, and they are as per the direction of North region, Southern region, Eastern region, Western region and Northeastern region. Licensed tour guides of the respective region are eligible to conduct the sightseeing with domestic and international tourists, and these guides should be highly knowledgeable with clear communication skills, may conduct a brief tour of an archaeological site which may contain a lot of brief information about a monument, which also includes contemporary stories that may relate to either battle or love stories of the concerned rulers. Archaeological sites are the major focus attraction for domestic and international tourists, as they are very keen to physically and wanted to know many informations related to the monument, that may be the period of construction, architecture of monument, total period of construction, material used in construction and the pattern of construction, overall details of beautification, either external or in internal courts, as well as various chambers in the palaces and utility services, for examples like dressing rooms, bathrooms, toilets, and during their visit, guide normally explain details of the verandas, rooms, courtyards, which were used by the concerned rulers for various purposes. That may be winter and summer bedroom, green room, music room, Sangeet Kaksh, Rang Mahal, Diwane Aam, public audience, private audience hall, and there are many more attractions by the tourists to know our Hammam Khana, Phool Bagh, the gardens, etc. And for the beautification, it may be various colors of stones, tiles, metals, and from where the designs either inspired or brought by the concerned architect and in detail the lifestyle of the ruler. During the visit, guide is responsible to explain various painting works done on the wall and ceiling and representing the various concerned school of paintings, which may depict the part of flower with animals and birds or battlefields. Some of the archaeological sites are very popular for stone carvings. They may carved out from the rock and the finishing work is marvelous, which one can imagine that the tools used by the artisans were very normal, chisels and the hammers. And further, they were rubbed and polished figures depict the various Hindu gods and goddesses, Jain Tirthankars or meditation forms of Lord Buddha. If we visit any of the major archaeological sites in India, one can find an archaeological museum with the periphery of archaeological site and a large number of collection of figures are displayed. It is only by the experienced Indologist guide who has a brief knowledge on iconography and various postures of deities to explain visitors how to identify a god or goddess. Jain Tirthankars, Lord Buddha, celestial nymph, Dwarpal, door panels, Yaksh, Yakshinis and various incarnation of Lord Vishnu, Tridev in deities, that is Lord Brahma with consort Saraswati and second Lord Vishnu with consort Lakshmi and Lord Shiva with consort Parvati. In some of these sites, there are a number of notice boards which are very important to explain by the guides related to Ancient Monument Act, the Protection Law of 1958, that every monument is highly sensitive. One has to visit very carefully and do not have any impression by tourists. Simply, one can visit during the day between sunrise to sunset, as some of the archaeological sites allow normal camera for the photography and that is free of cost, and non-commercial video cameras on very minimum filming fee, which can be easily affordable to the domestic and international tourists. As archaeological sites may include old fort, palaces, summer palaces, hunting lodge, temples, churches, mosques, caves, etc. Guide is responsible to explain certain do's and do nots and what to carry and what not to carry to all age group people, as well as both genders, which may cover various risks and protection for individual while you are on tour to an ancient archaeological site, which includes walking sticks, a torch, binocular, laser light. A tourist may wear light clothing and a proper cape with a bottle of mineral water. So proper time can be consumed with the full of explanation by the guide, and number of question answers can be between tourists and guides, as India is a very rich known country in the world for ancient sites, and normally it is observed that lot of advanced preparation, that is either advanced study or via virtual tour, tourists are prepared to initially listen the guide and further they are interested to know many more parts of the history of that archaeological sites. In deep knowledge, which may cover part of law and order, administration, commercial and agricultural, educational activities of such areas, archaeological sites may relate to the various religions, for example, Hindu palaces, Indo-Islamic architecture, Buddhist architecture, Jain architecture, Persian architecture, Indo-British architecture, Indo-Aryan architecture, Dravidian architecture, Baser architecture acts. All these burdens goes on the soldier of a knowledgeable and experienced guide to handle cautiously the lectures on concerned architecture, and sometimes guide may also explain comparatively explanation on the mentioning other attractions previously visited so tourists can easily understand the major highlights of history and architecture, as normally timings are between sunrise to sunset, but if possible for a guide must conduct archaeological site visit at morning sunrise hours, which is the best time and convenient time for all the age group tourists and as well for photography. Video filming due to morning sunlight time is the best time for the temperature also. Some of the archaeological sites are not open for the public to visit, therefore, if any special tourist groups are interested to visit, a prior information can be collected and further advance required permission may be availed or obtained from the superintendent of archaeology, and maybe if applicable after payment of requisite fee, as guide is overall in charge for the tour and responsible not to take in some of the restricted areas at archaeological site due to part of monument are under the maintenance, which may be for preservation, conservation and for restoration. Time to time conducted by the Special Archaeological Survey of India expert team. As previously mentioned, archaeological sites into 3 categories, and all 3 categories and their entry fee accordingly vary, as well as the fee are in dual entry fee system, that is high entry fee for foreigners and a separate entry fee for Indian citizens. If any tourist with a use of video filming a stand which is known as tripod, as per the rule of the Archaeological Survey of India, there is a separate fee to use this instrument and it is treated under the category of commercial filming. Therefore, archaeology department charge at the rate of rupees 5,000 per day per monument, and this may be briefed in advance by the guide if any tour member is carrying tripod and concerned applicable rule of Archaeological Survey of India. Facilities at site. Archaeological sites normally provide many facilities. A guide is responsible to explain in a small brief note to all the members very clearly about the parking spaces of vehicle and the distance to reach monuments via walk and facility rooms, that is washrooms, facilitation, interpretation room, ticket entry fee counter, and option of publication on various monuments by the Archaeological Survey of India available on sale. And if any tourist with audio guides with a guide who is accompanying may be available every World Heritage Site or National Heritage Sites in India. Normally take care emergency. If any and extend cooperation of first aid box, wheelchair, stretcher if required, and that is free of cost provided by the department, that is Archaeological Survey of India. Recently changes done the Archaeological Survey of India in a special gadget which is extension of services on payment basis, that is for the Hollywood, Bollywood filming, can be marriage functions, maybe in commercial events and other academic activities, and guide may explain a small introduction about these. He should keep the updated knowledge and refer to the official website of Archaeological Survey of India if there is any inquiry. Every archaeological site entry is permissible, either free or if any entry fee is applicable, the validity of the entry fee ticket is between sunrise to sunset of that day, that is one time. And if anybody wish to visit twice during the same day, person has to pay a new entry fee. Till so far in India, there is no time limit for a monument. It is permissible to visit a particular monument and allowed to stay till sunset. A professional tour guide is responsible to explain before starting, commencing a tour of archaeological site on various aspects, that may be long walk, many stairs, some of the risky balconies and underground dungeons, that is underground floors, and it may be possible that tourists may face some insects, reptiles or birds that may be bats. For that precautions, guide should conduct the tour giving proper time to walk and to reach close to the monument. Guide should extend full cooperation giving enough time for independent walk in surroundings of the monument with best or prime location for a wide view photography, which may be a memorable photo session points, as especially in Japanese culture, tourists are interested to take many pictures during the day tour. While a guide is conducting a tour, he has to understand the mindset of tourists, as tourists are in various interests for archaeological sites. Archaeological Survey of India, that is ASI. Archaeological Survey of India is a premier organization for archaeological research, development and protection of monuments. It is working continuously for protection of cultural heritage of the nation. It has responsibility of maintaining various archaeological sites of national and international importance. Major sites comes under the Archaeological Survey of India are like Taj Mahal, Lakshman Temple, like Humayun Tomb, etc. Tour guiding at archaeological site. Tourists may require some information on tourism, archaeological areas like stay, accommodation, tourist transportation, other places of interest, market, medical aid, helpline, other offices, etc. Besides, details and authentic informations about heritage monuments of national and international importance, brochures, signages, literature, print and electronic media, internet, mobile apps, web world, etc. are full of content on various subjects, but ultimately has their own limitations in spite of having information through various resources. Everybody wants to visit his place of interest at least once in a lifetime, as they quoted by many visiting Taj Mahal. While visiting the heritage site, a tourist requires appropriate information. For that purpose, a tour guide appears to be the best medium of interaction, communication for providing information on the spot to tourists as per their interests and requirements and oriented according to the queries. Personal interaction is the best medium to disseminate information so far as centrally protected monuments are concerned. The guide would play a vital role in disseminating correct, tested and factual content, information with his knowledge, base and experience so that the tourist is enriched and enjoys his experience during his visit to the monument in the larger context. World Heritage Sites. World Heritage Sites are recognized by the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, that is UNESCO. There are many places of cultural and natural heritage as defined by the UNESCO in 1972 World Heritage Convention. In India, there are many World Heritage Sites. Major heritage sites in India. India has a treasure of heritage sites, like these are Humayun Tomb at New Delhi. Humayun Tomb is located in New Delhi. Mahabodhi Temple Complex, that is at Bodh Gaya in Bihar state. Mahabodhi Temple Complex is located in Bodh Gaya in Bihar. It is a Buddhist site. Red Fort, Delhi. Red Fort is located in Delhi. It has Diwan-e-Am, Diwan-e-Khas. Char Bagh, that is Phul Bagh, Sawan Bhado Museum, Qutub Minar in Delhi and Qutub Minar in New Delhi, and it was constructed by Qutubuddin Aibak. Champaner at Pavagadh Archaeological Park in Gujarat, group of monuments at Hampi, group of monuments Pattadakal, Sanchi Stupas at Sanchi near Bhopal. Sanchi Stupas are located in Sanchi, and Sanchi is located very close to Bhopal in Madhya Pradesh state. Here you can see Buddha in different postures, Bhimbetka, the rock shelters near Bhopal. Rock shelters of Bhimbetka are example of development of art in ancient time. Here you will find many rock paintings depicting hunting scenes of Mahabharata, etc. Khajuraho temples. Khajuraho temples are known all over the world for its iconography and erotic figures. Ajanta caves. Ajanta caves are located near Aurangabad in Maharashtra. Ellora caves, Elephant caves, and Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminus, the famous railway station at Mumbai. Sun Temple at Konark in Odisha state. Jantar Mantar in Jaipur, Rajasthan, and Jantar Mantar is located in Jaipur, famous state for tourism, Rajasthan. Great living of Chola. Temple monument at Mahabalipuram. Agra Fort in Agra. And Agra Fort has its own importance due to its location and beauty. Fatehpur Sikri, close to Agra in Uttar Pradesh, and Fatehpur Sikri is located very near to the Agra in Uttar Pradesh province of India. Its entrance gate is known as Buland Darwaja. Taj Mahal, Agra, Uttar Pradesh. Rani Ki Vav, Gujarat. Rani Ki Vav is located in Gujarat. It is a step well. Nalanda Historic City of Ahmedabad in Gujarat state. A day at Gwalior Fort. Day 1, once we planned to see Gwalior Fort, which is a well-known heritage site. We reached Gwalior Fort through Urvahi Gate, which is one of the entrance gate as southeast entrance. There are two approaches for Gwalior Fort. The one is known as Urvahi Gate, via vehicle even can reach on the top of the hill. Another one is Hathipur. An Urvahi Gate is convenient for tourists going by the coach or car. On the way to the entrance, there are beautiful statues figures on the left and the right side engraved in the rock. These are Jain statues. On the way, we saw beautiful view of greenery. On reaching the top, there is a Scindia school. It was established more than 100 years back. It is a boarding school, Gurudwara. First, we visited Gurudwara, and it is as an Data Bandi Chor. It has a long history here, and we felt blissful in the abode of God, Sahasrabahu temple. After Gurudwara, we went to temple Sahasrabahu, and it is a group of two temples also known as Sas Bahu Ka temple. Temple dedicated to mother-in-law and daughter-in-law, and one is bigger, another is smaller. One is smaller, inner carving is stunning and worth watching. From here you can see Laskar city side of Gwalior town, Telika Mandir. Next we visit Telika Mandir. It has influence of Telangana style, and which is South Indian style, and Telika Mandir nearly period of 9th century AD period. Surya Mandir, Sun Temple. Sun Temple is a small temple in one pond, and it is said that Gwalior Fort was built around the Sun Temple 80 Khamba Baudi, that is stepwell. 80 Khamba Baudi stepwell with 80 pillars is located near Man Singh Palace. Here many Rajput kings were imprisoned, and there is evidence of Shiv Mandir in these premises. Man Mandir Palace or Man Singh Palace. Then we visited Man Singh's Palace and museum located near Man Singh Palace. It is a maintained and decorated palace and among beautiful palaces in India. In the night, we enjoy sound and light show and enlightened our knowledge base. It was really amazing to know that Drupad was invented here by the great king. In Man Singh Palace, we enjoyed balconies, courtyards, green room, underground ponds, summer and winter rooms, public meeting rooms, etc. Man Singh Palace. Source assessed on 24th of July 2017, day 2. The part Gujri Mahal. Next day, we plan to visit Gujri Mahal located on the other side of the fort, that is Hathipur. Gujri Mahal was a palace of Gujri queen Mrignaini, a lady with its means eyes like a deer, like a gazelle eyes. It has a good collection of artifacts, including Salabhanjika, which is also known as Indian Mona Lisa. Karana Mahal. Next day, we saw the Karan Mahal located near Mansingh Palace. Gwalior Fort is spread over in the area of 3.5 kilometer straight from north to south. From the fort, you can see the beautiful view of Gwalior city. And differentiate three areas of Gwalior, that is Laskar, Morar and the Gwalior. Summary: archaeology is the branch of academics in which we study past of the human through excavation work. It talks about cultural heritage through the things found in excavation. India is an archaeologically rich country. There are many archaeological sites and monuments. Archaeotourism is a tourism activity for visit to archaeological sites. In archaeotourism, travelers visit, see, understand and imagine ancient culture and development of human beings. It is very popular. India attracts many tourists due to availability of unique attractions in many areas like Taj Mahal, unique monument like Ajanta Ellora, marvelous history, caves of Bhimbetka, unbelievable rock shelters, paintings in caves near Bhopal. A tour guide working in archaeological site must be updated about the archaeological sites, history, true stories, rules and regulations, do's and do nots, time, benchmarking, chronology of rulers, classes of paintings, dances, temple and fort architecture, etc. He must have fair idea of World Heritage Sites and must know difference between archaeological structures, for example, fort, palace, garhi, etc. He must be talking to the point and facts and figures as well as must have good sense of humor. Archaeological tour guide or tour guide specialized in archaeology must carry required gadgets. He must be a sensible person towards ecology and environment. Keywords used in this lecture session: Baser style, Mughal architecture. Questions can be: what is archaeology? What is archaeotourism? Do you feel that a tour guide dealing with archaeological sites must be from archaeology area? Justify your answer. Name and explain any 5 archaeological sites in your nearby areas. What is the importance of the World Heritage? With these words, I want to end up my session. Thank you very much.